How is it going, everybody? So we are on our way to our clinicals, pediatric clinicals. It is going to be exciting. Do I enjoy it? I don't know. Stick around till the end of the video. We'll let you know. By the way, I have an hour commute before I get there. Hour and a half. Let's go. Told you I'd have a problem, and guess what? I had to change, which inevitably ended up happening. So I had a little bit of problem in the bathroom, as you might have seen, and I had to change, so that's great. Halfway through, I have to just tell you a few things of what's going on right now, because of HIPAA laws, which are basically laws that make it so I can't really tell you what I'm doing with the patient. So those laws protect you to make sure that nobody knows what's going on. I'll tell you some of the cases I saw. So I saw somebody with like upper viral URI. Usually they have like in their throats is very red, and like you take a look in your ear to see like if there's redness too. So usually it's like a viral illness that can definitely become something even worse, like could become something called croup. I'll tell you a little bit more about croup. I'll just put it like right over here. And so that's gonna be kind of dangerous. They came in, they had a lot of pain like in their arm, so I had to just make sure maneuver it, and I had to just tell them what they can do. I mean, they were just referred to like an orthopedic doctor. But yeah, definitely like pain that you have in your arm and your shoulder and everything, just don't ignore any pain. Even if you think it'll go away, even if it's been like a year or two or anything, just make sure you check up on it, because that's very important. So I'm gonna go back and I will see you in just a second, and I guarantee you something else is gonna go wrong in just a minute. So hey, I am back home now. So today was a long day. We saw some cases today of like usually I saw a kid who was vomiting. He came in, he was vomiting. We just gave him like some medicine, sent him on his way. I think he just ate a lot of junk food. So you gotta be really careful, especially when you're younger and you're eating like a lot of bad food. It's gonna trigger you to vomit. So you gotta be really careful with that, and you can have vomiting spells. Other condition that I saw, I think I mentioned before when I was in the car, was croup. Now, croup is basically an upper airway inflammation, and that ends up happening because of a viral infection. And it can have like a really characteristic cough, like a barking cough. Usually that happens in children. I did almost see that, so it could develop into it, or it could be that. But a lot of times doctors, what they do is they're kind of like Sherlock Holmes. They're kind of trying to detective out what condition you have. And there's a lot of giveaways and clues that your body gives us that we can use to diagnose it. Other things that I've seen today is I saw an older patient, actually, even though this is pediatrics, I saw an older patient. I have to just make sure everything's okay with them. Even if they're like, even up till 17, I might see a patient with that, from that age group. And, you know, they might come in just complaining of pain, like they had like shoulder pain. So I had to manipulate their arm a lot to just kind of isolate where the pain was. I think it was in their back and then their arm, and then they had ignored it for a while. And that pain got worse. So if you have any pain, do not ignore it. Please do not. So, you know, this is not the end of the day. There's still actually more to go. If you thought I was done and my day's over, you are wrong. It has just started. Let me show you. We still have to film a TikTok video where we have to draw some of our some anime characters. Then we have to go live. This was good. What's going to end up happening on the live, I'll end up drawing somebody. I usually have like my goals. Big shout out to Collide, who was like our #1 gifter. But I usually draw people, so I'm gonna have to do that. So after I finish filming this, I'm gonna have to go live. So that's another thing I'm gonna have to do. Oh, I have a set of 40 questions to get through before the night ends. So let's get to it. I wrapped up a TikTok live, so I'm just gonna put away all my stuff. And it was fun. We had a really good time. It was like a few hours. I had a really good time with it. And yeah, it's time to wrap up for the night. The question I told you I'd answer when I first was in the car was, do I like pediatrics? And the answer is yes, I actually do. I actually do like pediatrics. I like working with kids. I like working with their parents. Sometimes it gets a little bit challenging because you have to deal with parents and they're understandably concerned. So it's not just like you talking to one person, it's you talking to like 3 people or 4 people, or grandma's there, or grandpa's there, or so many different people, brothers, sisters. So it's really family oriented, and it's wholesome, and I like it a lot. Would I do it? I don't know. You'll have to stick around and find out in the journey. So this is what clinicals are. Essentially, you're going through each rotation. You're going to go through each rotation, like a core rotation. I'll go through like psychiatry. I'll go through internal medicine, which is like the hospital patients. I'll go through family medicine. I'll go through so many other things. So this is what this is about, going through the journey and discovering things. And that's about it. So see you in the next one. So let's see what I'm going to do, and let's see what I like. Oh, so catch me again. And if you want to, see me on TikTok. My TikTok will be linked below. I will be drawing you guys. And as always, thanks for sticking around. See ya.